Welcome to another game. And we've not really had too many black games recently. We've been trying out like King's Indian, Perk, Modern, whatever you want to call it. G6. Let's see what Bobby 2080 has got lined up for us. 4,000 games. Yeah. So I still haven't. I've pieced together like a little bit of theory, but I'm relying on playing games really to see. Okay, so three pawns in the middle. So d6 is kind of like one of the main responses, but I wonder if in this system can you play c5 at the right time? Feels like the right kind of idea. I don't know if it is here. I don't see why not. So c5, if they push, e6. Maybe we'll start with d6. We can play c5 at our leisure. So I know this is the kind of setup you can play against pretty much everything, and we'll see if this is one of those cases that you can play it against. Get a quick castles, try and dismantle this centre, activate my dark square bishop on the long diagonal. That's the strategy of the opening. Let's see what happens. I say I'm most scared about like bishops and queens coming down on this diagonal together, and with this pawn running. You know, defending against that, I think, is the scariest bit. But we'll see what our opponent throws at us. They're just playing kind of principled stuff. So I really want to get in c5. They take him versus castle. So I was thinking if they take it, maybe I'd take it. It creates a bit of a hole, doesn't it? So do I play knight here? Is e5 a move we can try and play for? Sorry, e5. Is either e5 or c5? We've got to play one of those breaks. I'm leaning towards c5. Okay, so that's piece one coming in on my knight. h6 acts to deflect a bit of this battery. Could you have like king h7, and the two pawns are quite difficult to dislodge. So let's try this. Like I said, what I don't like defending against is when the queen comes on this diagonal too, and then they can plop a bishop on bishop h6. Not a big fan of those positions. So let's try and avoid that by playing h6, which I know is kind of looks a bit stupid. You've got them both here. Fine, not really that bothered by that. Is it now time for c5? Well, c5 takes. There. That's the pawn. There. Takes there. And we pick up the pawn at the end. Yeah, because all of those arrows are definitely be how it plays out. is forced, so we need to be a bit careful of how we calculate it. I think it's fine. Against this. Against this, my light square bishop has no life in this game, so it might as well just go trade itself. And frees up control of this square that I could then put my knight onto. Pushing also, sets up this queenside initiative. Also gives me this. Also maybe this. We'll see. And takes. Takes. Idea being that I can play like this and go for like a double fianchetto. Did not look at e5. See? So takes. Knight's got to move. Like that. Interesting. Well, knight's got to move anyway, isn't it? So I think we're taking there. I think this is quite a nice move from them. One of the disadvantages of my position is these two pawns are held together by the f7 pawn. So at first I was thinking this, but I'm a bit worried about e6, pawn sacrifice, because takes there and it's not looking so nice. So if I go there, this is basically the line that I looked at, wasn't it? Or a version of. So knight there, queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes there, bishop takes the second one, takes there. Knight takes there, bishop takes there. I think we end up down a pawn. If we do this, this is a pain. Do I want to play into this? This is so weak. Really immobile. best option. And just play an exciting game. I mean, otherwise there was down a pawn, isn't it? I basically we trade e-pawns and he picks up a c-pawn. Because it's bishop. And yeah. So here, if I'd have gone there, takes there, takes. And then I thought I had this at the end of the line, checking the king and picking up the bishop that's there, but the bishop can retreat to here. So instead I don't think I'd take with the rook, I'd have taken with the bishop. Same move though, bishop there, and the best I've got I think is doubling the pawns. So lots of arrows, but they'd have basically ended up with double pawns here. The upper pawn. And with a bishop pair. Yeah, so I didn't really fancy it. And this is the move I'm most scared of. Everything else I'm fine with, I think. Yeah, this square's a bit weak, but like knight there, I've got knight here. No other way of really attacking this pawn, is there, for them? Maybe I don't take it. Take there first. I think I quite like having the bishop here though. I think it's going to provide me some safety in a perilous position. So Bobby stats. 9 games of bullet. 3,851 games of blitz. 342 of rapid. And his stats go up the more time he has. Which I imagine I would do too. Okay, right, so he's not the leader, so I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So, a couple of options. Move the knight away. This feels like a good plan. Here, I was going to be like, push the pawn to stop it, but that's not ideal. I think that and that makes the most sense to me. Well, okay. So knight there, rook there, queen there, knight there. And then push. I don't really want to push. What do I want to play? Look here. And on this. Yeah, kind of like here. On this. is there a knight check at the end of that? So there, check. I'll drop the pawn. Okay. Yeah, so there, there. And then on this is this. Let's go for it. Expecting the rook to come over. So if the rook comes over, like I said, I don't have this because of this. I don't have a way of maintaining contact with the pawn. And then coming in here is annoying, but I've got this. Bishop does a good job of having this square. Okay, so he goes in there anyway. Okay. Interesting. This. Oh no, I've got a guard against these two threats. I've got to take whenever I take, pawn takes. And then I cry a little bit about my position. Threatening to win the game. Definitely not better in this position. Yep. Bishop here. Not so easy to defend against this, is it? Move your queen, I think. Okay, put a queen here. Like him. If I would play this, then this comes. I think I just go here, do I? Yeah, because here you just move your queen. Well, then it gives me a tempo, doesn't it? So maybe here, here. And it gives him a target when you play d6. So not a big fan of that. Let's pin. Down on the time as well, I need to speed up. But it's difficult when there are a lot of moves that can basically KO yourself. could get queens up. I mean, I might have to play g5 at some point, but I think that will be a bad day because then the bishop moves and h4 comes, which will be less bad if queens are off the board, but with queens on feels really bad. Got some ideas of playing this. Some idea of getting my knight to the only available square. So the other strategic idea is I'm super cramped, so trading pieces is better for me, all else being equal. So that's why I'm sending my bishop out here, basically on a mission to trade itself, because my knight's only real valuable square is on d7, and where else would my bishop go? If it was to develop, it would have to go to d7, but that walks into that, or it would sit here, and I don't know, it's all right there, isn't it? Maybe walk into something like this, I don't know. Okay. Queen here. Threatening to take and take. Queen here. Maybe the bishop then has to move. And I can get a check in. Yeah, I like this. Oh, yeah, okay. Ignore me. It's a stupid move, wasn't it? No, yeah. Well, I get some counterplay. I missed the fact that my e-pawn hangs. I was mainly just focused on the fact that queen can take on c5, which I think loses to this, because there's not even time to take here because you get mated. But missed the fact that the queen was defending the pawn. Is it really bad actually if they're this? It's nearly really bad. Because so there. Takes. Interesting. Probably a good move. I can take there, which does next to nothing for me. What do you do on this check? What are you blocking with your queen? I like that, it defends the pawn as well, doesn't it? Yeah, defends the pawn. So there and queen takes, then bishop takes, then bishop takes. And there feels good to me. And this. No, it doesn't matter. This is hanging. So it's the same tactic, right? Okay, and then on this. Oh, you take here. Nice. So do I take here? Hang on, there. There. With there, say, at some point you're going to take, I'll pick up this pawn. Oh, what about this? No, it just takes, and then we drop the exchange. I think we just play here. 2 minutes 40, let's roll with it. You take there. We find a nice hand. Just got to be right about the D pawn rolling. So he's going to take there. Like, is here any good? So what if I do this? No, it doesn't quite work, does it? Can I take here? And then here, no. Can I go here? No, because you take the pawn. I'll do this and invite this, and then come back here, I think. So when he takes the bishop back, he's up 2 pawns, but I pick up this central one. Yeah, maybe it's not as great for me as I thought. I think I'll take the bishop. Rook take any good? I take the bishop and threaten this. I take with the rook and threaten some other stuff. Yeah. Threaten this and this. I don't know. Okay. To try and get on this axis. Might be putting my rook in a position where it never comes back, but we're down to 2 minutes now. Also this. looks friendly. Yeah, this looks like a friendly move to insert, although it runs maybe into this. So thinking that the queen needs to stay on this line, but now I can take here. Like there. Maybe just playing something like this is good enough. Down to 1 minute, not ideal. Okay, castles. Rook there, no. Maybe. Rook there, rook there. Let me just jump that off. There runs into that, though. Maybe just pushing this guy up. Play against this, gives me this. Yes, I'm playing it down a pawn and with a really big central push. Not ideal. Yeah, I feel like we missed some chances about 5 moves ago. Okay, maybe queen here. Go after this, pretty simple. This fails obviously to this. Yeah, so that moves. It's not fantastic moves. Can I try and target this? Okay. So I get that in with the tempo. If that's any good. Okay. I'm all on light squares, which is not good. No closer to attacking this. He's got some back rank problems. I think I want to move it over here. do that. If you want to come in for the sack, you can. Queen up here. Yeah, queen up here. There's no rook down, so pick up. We do need to be a bit careful, right? So some lines of takes, takes, bishop there. If I move my queen away, there could be like queen here, check, taking up the rook. So I need to be careful and keep control of this square with either a rook or the queen. Whilst he's got that queen and bishop battery. So this move is fine. Takes there. The check is covered. That move just drops this pawn there, doesn't it? That drops the bishop. Pawn in my camp. I daren't push it because of this. Okay, at least they're dropping under time now. You can get them under a minute, they can start panicking. Don't know what the right move is there, but I feel like we should be taking. Okay, trading queens. I'm banking on some kind of back rank problems, which you don't currently have, but you could well do. Maybe I need to get my bishop here. It does run into this. So I need to get my king over. Okay. Let's get this bishop on the right square. Got to be careful. I don't want to go there because of this. I think I want to work my way around this way. Okay. There's a fortress. Opposite coloured bishops do lend itself to that. I need to get this king in. was better. Okay, can I even take? Takes. There. Got check. I think I might be able, should be able to hold this. Okay. Pinned me. Ooh, that's bad. Ah, I lose, don't I? Look, there's check. Yes, this is not good. No, I can't even take back because I lose the piece. Very bad. Can I take that? Don't think so. If this wasn't there, I'd back myself. Yeah, it's worth playing on for a bit, but I think this is lost now, isn't it? Nice move, like that. Yep. Just goes back if he wants. Maybe I should have taken the pawn when I had the chance. I don't think it really makes much difference. He's up a bishop, so. Try and get these pawns off light squares really. Let's try and get some counterplay. Slash not. Quite difficult to stop this pawn. I've got loads of checks. No, thank you. Oh, rubbish. Yeah, I never really had grasp of that, did I? So here is C. Okay, D6 is the move. Yeah, so this is all what you should play in castles, fine. H6 is what you should play, okay. And G5, that's adventurous for me, I think. What's the follow-up? No, H5. Well, you used to argue that they're not going to castle queenside. Bit adventurous for me. Okay, so like this, yeah, and E6 is the move. What's the refutation? Knight C6. What did I not like about Knight C6? Don't know. Something better here. Okay, so it likes this. It still says this is level. It likes this. Yeah, so I thought I had chances here. What did I misplay? Takes. Oh, that's savage. Rook C8. Meaning you can't take my queen. Can you get mated? Wow. Wow. Okay. Is that the only winning move? Yeah. Rook C8 is the only winning move. This is level. But only if you go up to A4. Why? What's special about A4? Oh, I gotta pick up this pawn after B6. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find that. So this is +1. And we danced around a bit here. Yeah, so I thought at this stage I was doing well, holdable. Excuse me. Yeah, don't drop the rook back. Yeah, that loses. And I couldn't play this because of check.